Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? You've done this before, so you know how it works. I just like to remind people this is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. They won't give me all the details. Details are none of my business. They'll give me just enough you should understand what he's talking about. He says they. Um, so if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, I know what I he says they. I know I know what they're talking about. Evidently he has his brother with him. um he says there's a granny with them. There's a granny with them. She's a whole lot of dynamite in a small package. She doesn't look small as in. She's a little bit, she's not skinny. Let's just say that. But she's shorter. She's a fireball. She is I don't know why, all of a sudden, I have a frog in my throat. Anything that happens to me during a reading is meant for you. So I don't know if you're having trouble speaking out, or if one of them, when they passed, had something wrong with their throat. But all of a sudden, I can't get my throat clear. So, anyway, this granny is a fireball. Bossy. Loud. Not extremely loud, but she gets her point across. So if that helps you distinguish who this grandma is, and I always tell people, she feels like a grandma. The little lady next door can feel more like your grandma than your real blood grandmother clear across the country you talk to once a year at Christmas. So just keep that in mind too, just in case it's not a blood grandma. I know that sounds a little vague, but sometimes that happens. It's I'm not well now I'm not sure which boy is which. They're both there. Um One of them is saying she's very bossy. She's bossing us around again. Okay, there's a man walking up, very large man. He kind of, I don't want to say waddles, that's kind of a rude way to say it, but he has that definite sway, because he's very large. He's making himself look even larger, like he's blowing himself up because he's making a big point of he's a very large man. I'm not feeling the relationship to anybody, so I'm not sure how he's related, but he's wanting to make a point of you knowing that he's there with them. I'm hearing, where's Waldo? I don't know anything about the movie. I don't know. Maybe his name started with a W. Maybe his name's Waldo. Maybe there's something about the movie that you would relate with this man. So I don't feel like he was elderly when he passed. So I need to get off of him. They want you to know he's there with them. We want to see you happy, Mom. We know you're angry. Oh, and the other one, and now I can't tell which one's which. The other one says she's not angry, she's fucking pissed off. I feel like that's the other brother, not Darius. I don't remember the other one's name. I'm sorry. They're asking you to chill. Both of them are asking you to chill. Sit back and watch the rodeo. Karma is a bitch. Just sit back and watch the rodeo unfold. They put their arm around each other's shoulder and they're doing like the can-can dance, if you know what that is. You may not be old enough to even know what a can-can dance is. They have their arm around each other's shoulders and they're kicking their legs up in unison and being cute. Or they might have done this at some point in their life in front of you. It might be validating. There's something messy. And he's not talking about like a mess on the kitchen counter or on the floor. There's something messy. But it's going to straighten out and become clear. You need to chill and let it unfold the way it needs to unfold. They both say there's nothing you can do about it, nothing you can do to change it. It's going to unfold the way it needs to. It's unraveling. One of them said it's unraveling. I hear heaven is for real. Trust in that. Trust that no matter what sins we committed, we are forgiven. And he's not just talking about them, he's talking about everybody. And I will say, I have yet to see anybody be punished. People think the ones that leave by suicide, that they go to hell. No, they don't. They're cleansed, they're forgiven. You all go to heaven. One of them said all dogs go to heaven. And I see one that looks like a husky. Doesn't have to be exactly a husky, but it looks like a husky. So a dog that would look like that type of hair, he's showing the tail curled, kind of that type of color. So if it's not an exact husky, they want somebody to know that their fur baby's up there with them. Not their fur baby. Not their fur baby, but somebody down here, their fur baby. Or maybe they had a dog like that. We love you, Mom. And they said it in unison. We love you, Mom. You feel them and you feel them both at the same time. It's like one's on each side of you. They're showing like a little bit back behind your shoulders. Not exactly by your side. Doesn't have to be exactly that way, but this is the way they're showing it. And it'll just feel like everybody feels the energy different. It could feel like you could get a warmth, you could get a sudden chill. You could feel like a bubble pushing on your back, but mostly on behind each shoulder blade. Kind of like two separate fullness. It's like the air is full back there pushing. But you may not feel it exactly that way. They each put their hands on top of your shoulders. So you should feel that. Sometimes it's, like I said, I don't know how you're going to feel it for sure. Sometimes it could feel like somebody put tea towels on your shoulders. It might be that slight, just a little something. They both, one on each side, has a hand on top of your shoulder. So you could feel that pressure. You could feel the sudden warmth. You could feel something push on you. You could feel like you can't get something off that's tickling, or And as he says that, my head starts to tickle. So that's, if they, and now they're pushing on me, especially, I don't know which one's on the right. The one that's on my right is pushing harder. Why? I'm not sure. If they do something that hurts, sometimes they try so hard to come through and get your attention that they kind of overdo it. So if there's something that hurts, just tell them it hurts. Tell them to do it just a little easier. Sometimes they come in and it feels like a pin sticking me when I won't pay attention to them. It's like, hey, back off. This one on the right. Oh, darn it, I wish I knew which one was which. One that's pushing harder. He says your life is about to be blessed. So I'm just going to assume that's the one that you asked to talk to because he's speaking it more. He says your life is about to be blessed in ways that you cannot imagine. A turnaround of events. And he said it's whatever you're concentrating on. There's going to be a turnaround of events. And I feel like it's something to do with one or both of them. There will be happier times. One or both of them has been in the kitchen opening cabinet doors. So you might walk into the kitchen and there might be a cabinet door open that you thought you shut, or you might have one open and it might shut. Usually it won't happen right in front of your eyes. Usually it's when you at least turn your back, but usually it's when you walk out of the room and you come back. Why? I don't know. Like we go to haunted houses, if you want to call them that. And we can my whole group can be standing downstairs in the dining room and we can hear the furniture moving upstairs like it's being drug across the floor. But when we're upstairs in that room or even on the same floor, it doesn't happen. Don't know why. Just seems to be the way it works. They don't tell me everything. They want you to know that it's beautiful up there, that they are so at peace, a peace that they never found here. This one says, a peace that we would have never found here. It's different. It's kind of what you would expect from, he kind of goes, heaven. he busted out laughing. He said some people didn't think we were going to make it there. We fooled them. We both made it. Things actually turn out different when you leave. Different than you think they're going to. It's awesome. So know whenever you find any cabinet doors, could be drawers, but they're one of them showing cabinet doors, that or that feeling of their hands on your shoulder or the pushing on the back. Validate them, acknowledge them, tell them you love them, and ask them to bring you more. Give them permission to. So I've seen spirit actually hang back because they're afraid they'll scare the person still here, and they'll think their house is haunted or it's a demon. Or a lot of times they go to cleanse a house and they go, oh, I've got somebody in my house, it's haunted, and it's grandma popping in trying to let them know that she loves them and that she's still hanging around. You are so beautiful, Mom. That's coming from this one. Not that the other one doesn't think so. This one. You are more beautiful than you give yourself credit for. And then he says, and I'm talking about the inside. Let go of that anger. Anger is only going to eat you up. It's coming from this one. It will only deteriorate. Sometimes hard to talk with my new teeth. Deteriorate your soul. It'll bring your spirit down. You need to let go of the anger and find peace. And now they chime in unison. We both hope that you find a little tiny piece of the peace that we have found. They both say, we're not sure that you can find this much peace, this kind of peace on earth. Not sure that's possible to find that much, because it's different. It's pure love up there, which is the ultimate goal of the universe, of Creator, of God, whatever name you can call him, George, whatever the Creator is for you. I don't care what you call him. I just got my ass ripped the other day for something about Jesus. Well, he's not the ultimate. God is, and I don't care if you call him God or George or whatever. It's whatever you feel comfortable. Labels don't count. He's there. It's there. It might be a she like us. This one says it's a multidimensional being, but it's not really a being. It's not an entity. It's not a person. It's not a body. Anyway, don't know. He's explaining that. We love you very much. Sometimes you hear something. It's not talking. It's almost like music. Drums? Maybe finger drumming? I can't quite pick it up what it is. Some kind of beat. Some kind of a doot, 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 doot. But it's not like on the radio. But it's very, very faint. It's like I didn't know I was talking to them and it was coming from them. I would go, yeah, I got bats in my belfry or something. Because it's very faint. It feels a little distant. But it's like I want to do 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 do. I'm sorry, I can't tell you exactly what the noise is or the beat or it's not really got a sound like music to it. It's more of a, it's a drum, maybe somebody drumming with their fingers. I don't know. Maybe one of them used to play drums with their fingers on the table, on the dashboard, when the music was cranked up. Now this one's like he's in the car and he's doing this. We love you very much, Mom. That was in unison. We want you to be safe. Don't stick your nose in too far or you are not safe. Step back. Step back, be safe, watch the show. So, that came from that one. Kind of came from both of them, but more this one. So, what they're wanting you to do is just step back and let the universe take care of it, let God take care of it. Because it's going to come around. But it may take a while. I'm not getting a timeline, but just sit back and let the universe handle it. You know, sometimes somebody I wanted to kick their ass, or do something to them. And I sat back and watched, and maybe months, maybe a couple years later, all of a sudden I watch them get their ass kicked by somebody else. And I'm not talking about literally beating somebody's ass. Oh, well, sometimes I wanted to. And I got my joy. No, it's not joy. It's, what's the word I want to use? You know what I mean? I felt like they got their karma. I got to watch, and I didn't have to be a part of it, but I got to enjoy watching it. Sorry, I'm human. So I think that's what they're wanting you to do. This one says, keep your nose clean. Stay back. It's dangerous. Not a good idea. Please be careful. Just step back and watch the show again. This one said it this time. I don't remember who said it last time. Okay, with that, they're going to leave. So just trust the little signs or smells, like if you smell their cologne or something, just trust that those are signs from them and let them know that you know that that's one of them popping in, or both. And the more you trust it and the more you acknowledge it and let them know that you know they're there, the more you'll get. It kind of opens it up. Okay, they're leaving. Much love to you, my dear. They're both walking away, and this grandma's following them like, get going, boys. Come on, get going. She looks very short. But they're both blowing you kisses. So it doesn't surprise me the other one showed up too. Why wouldn't he? Okay, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be their voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones.